Survivor Series 2019, and as we talked about earlier on in the month, Hero Fix is going to be there, so you better come over and say hi to me. Come take a pic. Let's do some talking and talk figgies, because right here we got The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan for the brand new Universal Championship. Rey Mysterio in a no-holds-barred against Brock Lesnar, and we even have some of the guys down in NXT coming up and then thrown all into the mix to determine which of these three brands is the ultimate. Let's get it. Mid-card titles on the line, and fantasy is coming to be a real thing. We got Roderick Strong versus AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, a match we never thought we would see in a WWE ring, but they're making it happen. They're making anything happen to keep those viewers off that AEW and the eyes back right here where they should be. Now, who's going to come out on top? AJ, he's been doing his work over here, man. He's held that belt for a good while. That goes the same for Nakamura. So I think right here for Roderick Strong, he's got a lot to prove. I've seen some really neat posters where he's kind of going in there. You got both of them facing him. It is going to be a war, two almost against one. No, it's going to be, it's for the taking, man. There's no belts on the line. More to determine as to who is the best from each show right here when it comes to that whole mid-card level. I'm going to go with Roderick Strong. This is going to be a surprise win right here from NXT, from Team NXT. He'll pick up the win. I think it'll come down to AJ almost capturing the win, but somehow he's going to come out ahead. Maybe Undisputed Era will interrupt the match or interfere to where it's going to cost these other two the loss. So yes, I got to go with Roderick Strong. All three main titles will be defended here in this pay-per-view, and that includes the NXT Championship. Now, I'm not sure why I didn't see this match right here on WWE.com, but I did see it on Bleach Report, so I'm still going to throw this in here regardless. And the one that I do see him going in here, because there's going to be a match on NXT TakeOver the night prior to determine the #1 contender spot right here for a match at Survivor Series. I'm going to go with Pete Dunne. I'm going to go with good old Pete Dunne, and I think he needs something around either the waist or the man. Well, actually, he doesn't put it around the waist. He usually puts it around the mouth. I think it's time, bro. I'm sorry. This gold, it's been looking beautiful right there on the Undisputed Era members, but this has got to happen, man. He was the longest reigning UK champ. So how about we do this, man? How about we put the NXT Championship title on him? Legit, prior to filming this video, I actually saw the Revival in the backstage area back there, man. They were salty. They were really upset that they weren't going to be part of this match because they were replaced, right? New Day, they filled in the spot. And then we also have the Viking Raiders against Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, each brand again representing the tag team division for Raw, SmackDown, as well as NXT, Raw, SmackDown. There you go. We got it right. Okay, so for right here, Viking Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders, and the reason why I'm going with the Viking Raiders, it's due to the fact that their strength, man, like for the last year plus, like ever since they were called up, even before then, man, even while they were down here doing their thing with these guys down here in NXT, they can't be, man. They can't be stopped by the New Day, even though Kofi, like, yes, WWE champion, X-champ, we get it. We have Undisputed Era going relentless down there, but their size, man, they're just overall ranking, like, I feel like, I don't know what the ranking is on 2K, but this isn't about 2K, man. This is the real deal, the holy feel of the NXT and the Raw as well as SmackDown division right here, and I'm going to go right here for them to pick up the win over both. For the Women's Survivor Series match, for right here for Raw, we have Charlotte, Natty, Kaibuki Warriors, and Sarah Logan back there. Now, and then for SmackDown, we have Sasha Banks, we have Lacey Evans, Carmella, Dana Brooke, and Nikki Cross. Now, for NXT, as of right now, the only top two that stand out for that division, I gotta go with maybe Bianca, because those have not been announced, as well as Candice LeRae. I'm sure we can throw in several more into the mix, but for right here, I have to go with Team Raw. I just see them as an overall better team. Charlotte too, man, she's always been a great team captain, or is it Natty? Nonetheless, Charlotte, she knows how to run the show, and the Kaibuki Warriors, man, they've been definitely doing a huge impact right here in the women's division. Natty, come on, dude, do I really have to say anything about her? I mean, Sarah Logan is really the only one from the team that kind of stands out as, like, out of all the members from Riot Squad, why her? Nonetheless, though, I'm going to go with Team Raw right here, picking up the win. The Magician, and I'm not talking about AEW, but right here, Bray Wyatt, he's defending the Universal Championship against Daniel Bryan. Well, it's actually going to be The Fiend. Let's go ahead and put him into the frame. Let's put this belt over here. I really have been enjoying this, you guys. I know it's not all that much of a dramatic change to this custom we had already done, but adding the cape and adding this hat, I love it, dude. It's so cool. Oh, if you guys didn't see my post on Instagram last week, go check it out, man. All right, so new Universal Championship right here against Dan. Oh, dude, Brian, you're gonna get buried, man. As much as I don't want to see this, you can't measure up what the Fiend is gonna bring into this match. Headbutts. You're talking about Sister Abigail. Whatever you want to throw into this, you can throw all those yes cakes. You can do one right after the other. But the Fiend, bro, dude, he never forgets all that bad crap that you did to him in the years prior. He's going to bring it all right here to this match, and he's going to remind you should have stuck with the Wyatt family. Yes, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, he's going to retain the Universal Championship. Shayna Baszler, Bayley, and Becky Lynch right here for the top 3 belts for the women's division. Now, you know who knows about triple threat match? Right here, the man. That's how she retained that title. You go back and you look at the WWE Network and you go see that match between her, Charlotte, as well as Ronda Rousey. I mean, Ronda Rousey, she's actually in a different category than these other two. Well, maybe not Bayley. I know Bayley's been doing her thing, but nonetheless, dude, I have to go with the man, Becky Lynch. She's gonna, if it's not her, next runner-up. Sorry, Bayley, hate to do this to you, but there is a talk about Shayna Baszler being called up to the roster. Now, if she does, that really just kind of leaves that whole NXT division at a standstill, man. Like, any superstar, any top women superstar that I've seen being called up, like, that whole women's division down there, it's kind of gone downhill the last half year to 12 months, man. I feel like if they do end up calling her up, they're going to leave, like, the bottom of the barrel pretty empty, and that's going to give opportunities to those ones that have been building up, such as Bianca. But yes, I'm going with the man, picking up the win in this triple threat match. For the men's traditional 5-on-5, traditional, we can't use that word. Traditional means something that has been occurring for the last several years. This is not. This is actually being thrown into the mix with also NXT superstars. As of right now, there isn't confirmation as to who we're going to see, but I am going to mention some honorable mentions right here. We're going to have most likely Keith Lee, because it was Keith Lee and also the original bro that did attack. Like, the very first attack that occurred, it happened on SmackDown, and it was them too, so I don't see why they wouldn't be into this. I also do see Gargano and Ciampa into this. For the 5th guy, I think that's where the surprise factor will come in, and that being no other than CM Punk right here, the Second City Saint. It's Chicago. If we don't see Punk at NXT TakeOver, he'll show up right here at Survivor Series, and it might not be like full-on in-ring competition. He might just do like 1 or 2 moves just to get that ring rust out. Now, for Team Raw, we have Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Ricochet, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre. For SmackDown, we have Ali, Baron Corbin, Shorty G, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns. Who's going to be the winner from this? I'm leaning towards SmackDown. Last year, they had the worst record. If they do keep like track of how they did last year, it was like a scorecard at the end of each match to determine like who had the most wins. SmackDown got buried, man. So I got to go with SmackDown picking up the win right here over NXT and Raw. And I see, if NXT does end up pulling the upset, I think that would be really good to kind of promote and also push the Wednesday Night Wars to show that WWE, like this, NXT, it is equivalent with the other 2 brands. WWE Championship being defended in a no-holds-barred. So Rey Mysterio, those weapons that you've been utilizing the last few weeks, you can use it in this match. Again, you do need them. I think against Brock Lesnar, a man of his stature, against a 5'0" guy, you're going to need everything in the playbook, and that includes interference. But from who? Are we going to get it from Cain Velasquez? Is he going to make a return and come after Lesnar and he says, dude, you made me tap out. What the heck? It should have been something different. They are supposed to have a rematch, but I don't know if it'll be this early for him to be even thrown into like this whole like triple threat match. Well, it's not going to be triple, but what I'm saying, for him to even interfere, plus the knee too. Right now he's in a recovering status, so I don't see Cain Velasquez interfering. It has to happen from somewhere else. Those weapons, all those things underneath the ring, Rey Mysterio. I hate to say this, bro, but they're not going to help you out, man. This is kind of like, I don't know if you call this like self-mutilation, because that's what it is. Like, if you're going in here versus the Beast, and if there is stuff involved, like, he's already used steel chairs. He's already tried that on Brock Lesnar, but to no success. So where do you go from there if that doesn't work? Well, there's really nothing you can do, man. And he'll also be put on the bench, dude. He'll be out there. He'll be taking his break, just like Lesnar. Only difference is that he won't be taking a break with the damn title, and that's the thing that just really frustrates me three matches. Oh, I hate it. But nonetheless, yes, Brock Lesnar, he's going to retain the title. Give me your thoughts, man. What do you guys think about the pay-per-view? As I mentioned, if you guys are there, just hit me up, dude. Let me know. Let's get together and have a cheers. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.